Archangel Michael says, tonight, heaven holds its breath, because a shift is forming in the spirit realm. A person you once never imagined would kneel before your truth is already walking toward you. They try to outrun what they did, but your truth is the storm they can't escape. This is not just about apology, it's about realization. The truth you carried silently, the dignity you maintained through suffering, has become a radiant force they cannot deny. They may have laughed before, but now, silence surrounds them in awe. Behind your back, they called you delusional, dramatic, even dangerous. But Archangel Michael says the truth is rising like a lion in your name, and they're seeing it unfold. One by one, the people who turned their faces will turn their knees. They're on their way now, shaken by what has been revealed to them. What they thought they knew about you is melting under the light of divine exposure. They are not just visiting, they are coming to bow, because truth demands reverence. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They watched you walk through hell and assumed you'd never make it out. They closed doors, whispered secrets, and handed your name to those who didn't deserve to hold it. But now, those very doors are being reopened by unseen hands. Archangel Michael says, you were never supposed to break under the pressure, they only wanted to see if you would. And now that you didn't, the person you once looked up to is the one looking up to you. They're on their knees in private, preparing to show face in public. This visit won't come with loud announcement, it will come in stillness, a message, a knock, a strange stare across a crowded room. You will know, because your spirit has been preparing for this arrival. You didn't need revenge. You didn't need to speak your side louder. Your truth walked ahead of you like fire through dry fields, and now the smoke has drawn them in. They are no longer laughing. Type Amen to get blessing 747. They have heard your name in dreams, in passing conversations, in places they tried to avoid. One voice, in particular, keeps repeating your name like a clock ticking too loud in a quiet room. They ignored it at first, but now it's impossible. They will act casual, but deep down, they are trembling. The moment they face you again, they will feel the presence of everything they tried to bury. You are their mirror now, and mirrors don't lie. You may feel it before they arrive. A strange chill, a tug in your stomach, the memory of something unresolved resurfacing. That's not just nostalgia, it's spiritual alignment in motion. They thought you'd vanish. But instead, you became the one they couldn't stop noticing. Your resilience became the reason they cannot look at anyone else the same way anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 116. They believed lies about you because it was easier than facing their own truth, but truth has a way of standing tall without shouting, and now your light has made their shadows impossible to hide. The shame they carry is heavy, but your presence will bring both healing and confrontation. Archangel Michael says, prepare your soul, because your calmness will shock them more than your words ever could. You don't need to scream your story, they already know it was real. Their heart is not coming to debate, it's coming to surrender. A major shift is coming in the dynamics between you and someone from your past. They expected you to still be broken, but when they see your glow, it will remind them of what divine protection really looks like. You are not who they left, you are who they now admire. You didn't fight dirty, you didn't curse them. You didn't rush the process. And now, That patience has become a ladder of divine elevation they will be forced to climb, with humility. Type Amen to get blessing 855. They once compared you to others, dismissing your uniqueness. But now they can't stop replaying the moments they overlooked your kindness, your depth, your purity. The truth has rewritten the image they had of you. They never imagined the tables would turn like this. But grace has flipped the script, and now they are stumbling through the story they tried to erase. Even their closest companions can't stop bringing your name up. The same voice that told them you weren't worthy is now telling them to go back and make it right. Their peace has been disturbed by your absence. You are not their obsession, you are their mirror of truth. They are not coming to relive old memories, they are coming to admit what they did when they had you. Not everyone gets a second chance, but heaven has allowed them this moment, not for your weakness, but for your vindication. Type Amen to get blessing 901. This meeting will be strange, divine, undeniable. Don't be surprised if they appear suddenly, without warning, eyes filled with regret. They won't be able to speak much, because your presence alone will be the sermon. They've already cried about you, already spoken your name in a whisper, already begged for peace from the truth they denied. And now, they're ready to bow. Archangel Michael says, your truth broke through the darkness they wrapped around you. You were never forgotten, just hidden so you could rise in the right season. And now that the hour is here, your truth is not just visible, it's irresistible. The same people who mocked your silence will now sit in it, unable to speak. You're not returning to prove a point. You're returning as proof that truth cannot be buried forever. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. They are terrified of your strength but drawn to your peace. They know that in front of you, they cannot fake it anymore. This time, they will show up with their guard down. You may feel the urge to speak your hurt, but silence will speak louder. Let your presence be the answer. Your spirit has already done the talking. They are not just bowing to your truth, they are bowing to the divine energy you never let go of. That energy made a way through battles most people would have never survived. You did. The person who once saw you as a lesson now sees you as a light. They are not coming to test you, they are coming to ask how you held on when everything told you to let go. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. This is not a small apology, this is the beginning of restoration. Not just in the relationship, but in your identity, your confidence, your joy. You are not going back, you are standing still while the past walks toward you for healing. They are tired of pretending. They want the peace that lives inside you. You don't owe them anything, but grace will lead your next move. Let your boundaries remain, but let your light speak. Even those who betrayed you can be used to uplift you. Archangel Michael says, you were never meant to lose, you were only hidden for a time so that your return would silence every lie. And now, truth is making its entrance through you. Type Amen to get blessing 309. The way they will look at you will say everything their mouth can't. They may say sorry, but their tears will do more talking than any words ever could. You don't need to perform. You don't need to remind them of what they did. The weight of your truth will rest heavy in their chest, and they will ask silently, with their eyes, if you can forgive them. Some part of you already has. But don't mistake your healing for obligation, they are not your responsibility. But their apology is part of your prophecy. What they buried has now bloomed. Type Amen to get blessing 644. This moment has been building in the shadows for months, maybe even years. You felt the ache before it ever came, and now, your truth stands fully clothed in glory, unshakable. You won't be bitter. You won't be cold, but you will be elevated, and they will notice. Some people arrive to remind you of pain. This one will arrive to prove that you weren't crazy, you were just chosen. Your story scared them because it demanded their reflection. They are coming with reverence. They are coming not to conquer you, but to honor you, and once they do, you will finally feel peace where confusion once lived. Type Amen to get blessing 318. Your truth is an altar now, and they are bringing their past to lay at its feet. Not for your permission, but for their own release. This is the moment when everything makes sense, the silence. The distance. The pain, all of it was preparation. You didn't lose them. You lost the version of them that couldn't see you. But now, even they know, truth cannot be denied, not when it glows like this. And you, child of light, are no longer chasing closure. You are standing in completion. Type Amen to get blessing 5000. They are pacing in rooms where your energy still lingers. They remember the times you gave them truth gently, and they ignored it. Now, those same words echo in their soul with thunder. This visit is not for you to explain. It is for them to finally face the weight of what they overlooked. Your name has become the symbol of the truth they feared but needed. They thought you would chase them, beg them, break down, but instead, you rose up. Stronger, softer, silent. And that silence is what haunts them now. What was once dismissed as weakness has been revealed as divine restraint. Your grace became the voice of heaven, and now the truth cannot be unseen. It walks with you, speaks through you, and they are following it now. Type Amen to get blessing 411. You didn't bend to fit their story, so now they must rewrite their memory. Their friends may not understand why they're acting strange, but deep inside they know, it's time to make things right. They are trying to find the perfect words, but nothing sounds good enough to match the damage done. Still, they are coming. Because something within them knows, if they don't face you now, they'll never rest. Archangel Michael says there is no force in this universe more powerful than the truth that rises without anger, and you, my chosen one, are a walking embodiment of that sacred power. The world will soon see the moment this soul bows. Not in shame, but in sacred realization, because your story has always been guided by unseen hands. Type Amen to get blessing 177. You were being carried even when you felt abandoned, you were being protected even when you felt exposed. And now, the same world that judged you will witness the return of someone who once turned their face away. Let them come, let them kneel. Let them speak. You will feel the heavens watching in awe as this soul finally tells the truth to your face. You will not need to interrupt. Just stand still, and let the divine arrangement unfold. They are not just speaking to you, they are speaking to every moment you cried alone. Every night you asked why. Every hour you held on in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 828. This person was once the reason you questioned your light. Now, they are the proof that your light was never wrong, you did not change to be loved. You remain true, and love returned changed. They may say, I didn't know better, but you will hear it as, you were right, not for pride, but for peace. Not for glory, but for grace. What they once feared in you, they now admire, your stillness, your faith, your refusal to stoop to the level of betrayal. They see now that you were never the villain, they just couldn't handle the mirror. They will ask for forgiveness in their own way, it may be a hug, a gift, a tear, but you'll know it's real. Because you've already felt the shift in your spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 999. This isn't just about them, it's about you reclaiming power through peace. It's about your truth being witnessed, not explained. It's about you realizing that you never needed to prove anything to begin with, you were divine in your silence. You were chosen in your suffering. And now, you're celebrated through a moment only heaven could orchestrate. There are people watching this unfold who once doubted you too. And their hearts are shifting, their minds are opening. You've become a divine example of what truth looks like when it wins quietly. Archangel Michael says, not everyone gets to witness this level of justice in the flesh. But you will. Because your faith never left the room, even when people did. Type Amen to get blessing 1244. Their words may tremble. Their voice may break, but your spirit will remain calm. They may want to explain what kept them away, but you will already understand. The delay was divine, the timing, perfect. What you lost during that time will be repaid in peace. What you gave in silence will be returned with tears, what you endured quietly will now be spoken of with reverence. Let this be the moment your soul exhales. You have carried this chapter long enough, now, it's closing, beautifully, powerfully, divinely. Type Amen to get blessing 404. The stars have aligned for this encounter. You'll notice small signs, a familiar scent, a repeated song, an odd dream. It's not random. It's preparation. You are not meant to relive the pain. You are meant to rise in your power. And the person arriving will see you not as who you were, but who you've become. They'll recognize that your light wasn't a phase, it was a calling. They'll remember every moment you showed kindness, even when they didn't deserve it. That memory is what's guiding their feet to your door. They don't expect you to accept them. But they must express this truth, or they won't have peace. You are now the peace they need. Type Amen to get blessing 3003. This moment isn't about pride. It's about prophecy. You were always meant to witness the return. Don't question why now. Just embrace that it is happening, and it's happening with grace. You will look them in the eyes and see their soul shifting. You will feel the pull of healing. You will know this isn't manipulation, this is surrender. Let your presence be the temple. Let your silence be the music, let your truth be the altar they kneel before. Type Amen to get blessing 721. Archangel Michael says, you are holy ground now. And those who tried to trample you are now removing their shoes, because they finally understand who you are. They aren't just bowing to your truth, they are bowing to the divine in you. And the heavens rejoice at your strength, they never expected you to rise. But now they're watching, learning, trembling. You became the chapter they never saw coming. You didn't win with revenge. You won with light. And now, every shadow around your name is fleeing. Type Amen to get blessing 1117. They are not your closure. Your closure was built in the quiet. They are your confirmation. They are the proof that when you walk in truth, the world eventually bows. Your story is a miracle in motion. And they are just a piece of it, not the center. You are free now. Free from the need to be understood, free from the desire to be proven right. You are standing in victory. And they are arriving in humility. Let the divine drama unfold in peace. Type Amen to get blessing 818. And when the moment passes, you will look back not with anger, but with awe. You'll realize that this journey was always about becoming, not convincing. You were never meant to prove yourself, you were meant to reveal yourself. And you did. This person's arrival is not the reward, it's the recognition. You are the reward. You are the light. You are the truth. Let them kneel. Let heaven watch. And let your soul rise higher than it ever has before. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. They will walk into your space like a shadow returning to light. You won't need to ask anything. The way they look at you will hold every answer your heart ever sought. Their pride has melted, and all that's left is the truth they can no longer hide. Every step they take toward you is being counted in the spirit realm. Angels have cleared a path for this encounter, not to reopen old wounds, but to allow your light to shine unblocked. What was meant for harm is now being used as the very vehicle of your rise. They are coming with a heart that feels heavier than it used to. You may not see the years they spent running from what they did, but you'll feel it in how they approach you now. They carry remorse like a cloak, and only your grace can show them release. This is the kind of moment even time will pause to honor. What you thought you'd never hear will now find its way to your ears. What was stolen in the dark will now be returned through confession. Type Amen to get blessing 23-44. The most powerful part of this encounter is not what they say, but how much you've changed since they last saw you. You aren't the same. You've been refined by fire, sculpted by pain, and anointed by purpose. They will realize too late that they couldn't break you. You didn't just survive, you became something too strong to be denied. You are no longer waiting for validation, you are walking in revelation. They will bring up memories they used to laugh about. But this time, their laughter will be gone. In its place will be silence, reverence, and the weight of knowing they misunderstood you. You won't need to explain your past anymore. You've been vindicated by your elevation. And the same ones who misunderstood you will now become the ones who defend your name. Type Amen to get blessing 12-99. Archangel Michael says, what they thought was over has just begun in the most divine way. The tears you cried in private are returning as divine proof of your favor. You have become a living prophecy, your glow, your peace, your wisdom. They will look at you and see everything they pretended you'd never become. But it will be too real to ignore. Their silence will speak louder than apologies. Their eyes will water, not because of guilt alone, but because they finally understand. They were wrong, and the heavens are showing them. This bowing won't be forced. It won't be scripted, it will be sacred, spontaneous, and soul deep. Type Amen to get blessing 37-77. They won't kneel to beg, they'll kneel because they now feel small in the presence of what they denied. You were always towering in the spirit, even when you looked weak on the surface. This is not about ego. This is about spiritual order being restored, and you are the vessel chosen to receive the shift. You will feel something ancient rise in your bones when they speak. You will feel your ancestors stand behind you, watching, clapping in silence. This moment was written. Your truth is not just a personal story, it's a cosmic alignment. And the ones who mocked you will now watch heaven honor you through their very own mouths. Type Amen to get blessing 15 to 55. The person bowing is not just someone from your past, they represent a collective of every lie, every betrayal, every wound. And when they kneel, they are acknowledging all of it. You will not gloat. You will not harden. You will rise with grace, because your elevation is not a reaction, it's your birthright. The sky has shifted for you. Divine justice has taken root, and now, the people who tried to curse your name are watching it become a banner of glory. Let them come. Let them cry, let them feel the weight. Then let them witness your peace. Because nothing shakes a person more than meeting the truth they tried to bury. Type Amen to get blessing 44-04. You don't need to remind them of anything. Their spirit remembers more than their mind does, and it's their spirit that's bringing them back. You were the calm in their chaos, the anchor in their storm, the truth in their confusion. They know it now, they feel it every time your name is mentioned. Their pride kept them away, but divine truth broke the wall. Now, they walk like someone who's seen too much to lie anymore. They may not even make it through the words. Emotion will break their sentences. But it's not their words that will move you, it's their surrender. Type Amen to get blessing 99-99. This encounter is holy, you may not know it now, but angels are surrounding the space where this will take place. They will hold you upright even if your body trembles. Your truth has become their lesson. You, who were once overlooked, are now the example heaven is using to correct hearts. You are not just walking in power. You are walking in prophecy. This is the moment heaven promised would come when you had nothing but tears. The person coming to bow doesn't realize that they're helping fulfill the vision over your life. But they will, as soon as they see your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 11-11. Archangel Michael says, this is bigger than emotion, this is spiritual awakening for both of you. They may come with flowers. Or a note, or just their hands shaking. But whatever form it takes, it will be real. You'll feel the sincerity in your chest before they say a word, and you, blessed child, will respond not with revenge, but with radiant stillness. Because you've already won. Your story didn't end in silence, it was waiting for this bow, this moment, this closure soaked in grace. And now, it's finally here. Type Amen to get blessing 31-31. You will look back and smile, not because of what they did, but because of what you became. Every step, every scar, every second of waiting. It was all divine strategy. They didn't break you, they revealed you. And now, heaven is rewarding you for the truth you never let go of. This bow is not about the past, it's about the future it opens. Doors that were once shut will fly open. The heavens are rejoicing. Let this be your sign, You are being honored in the same places you were once broken. You are receiving reverence where you once received rejection. Type Amen to get blessing 74 to 74. They are coming, slowly, humbly, sincerely. They may not know how to start, but you'll know when it begins. Let your light speak, let your silence roar. Let your truth shine. Because this moment, this sacred bow, was promised long before you even knew it was coming. And now it arrives on divine time. You are not who you were when they left. You are who you were always meant to be, and they, finally, see it. Type Amen to get blessing 82 to 82.